After nearly 8 years of working with Kajabi clients and over 100 Kajabi ecosystems audited, I can tell you that most established Kajabi businesses have the same 3 problems. Number 1, they have valuable assets. Actually, it doesn't sound like a problem. But number 2, those assets aren't connected to each other. And number 3, the owner doesn't realize that that is why their business growth has plateaued. Here's why this is important. Most established Kajabi business owners aren't beginners. They have the knowledge, they understand the platform. So it's not it's not ignorance. It's that they lack the architecture behind the business setup. So often they'll have great offers, proven content, a loyal audience, but they're still leaving significant revenue on the table because those things aren't connected to each other the right way, which means that the solution isn't to create another offer or buy a new page template or create a new funnel or send more traffic into this system. The solution is to fix the foundation first. So now I'm going to walk you through the 9-step framework that I use to evaluate a Kajabi client's account. There are 3 phases, 9 steps total. They have to go in sequential order. We'll go through them, and then by the end, you'll be able to identify where the gaps are in your own system. So phase 1 is design. And this is where, before we touch a single thing in somebody's Kajabi account, we need to have a vision first. And I think of this as like building a house. You need to have the blueprint first before you can do anything else. You need to have a plan of what you're doing. So step 1 is the site survey. This means, do you know, or can you quickly get this information, every page, funnel, and offer that you're using in your Kajabi account? Because most people, when I get into their accounts, they have at least one funnel that hasn't been updated in 2 years and is going to an offer that's no longer relevant, or a waitlist page for a program that launched a year ago. Step 2 is your architectural plans. Do you have a clear vision of the client journey that you want people taking? Because most Kajabi users are just kind of making things up as they go along, adding an offer here or a page here. And without having a clear vision in mind of what your client's journey should look like, you're leaving it up to them to make a choice and to just fumble their way around until maybe they get to your sales page. Number 3, your design language. And a lot of the time people think when we start talking about design, they think in terms of aesthetics and what something looks like. But I'm talking about the clarity and specificity of the language that you're using. And is it cohesive and coherent across all touch points? So what you need to be able to do is summarize in 1 sentence who you serve and the problem you solve for them. Because nothing else, no other work that your website or your funnels do can help you unless you are able to clarify that in 1 sentence. Phase 2 is source. And if we go back to the house building analogy, this is where we're gathering all our materials that we need to build the house. And this honestly is where a lot of projects stall out, because you have to be willing to make decisions, commit to them, and then move on. So step 4 is your offer details. You need to have those details of your offer locked in before you start building anything. And this is where often projects end up taking longer than they have to, because somebody hires me for a day rate and then they realize halfway through that they haven't decided the support structure or the lifetime access question or the payment terms. Things like that can derail a project and make it take a lot longer than it should. Step 5 is applying your messaging framework. So the messaging framework that we established in step 3, you want to review every piece of your ecosystem: pages, email sequences, your social media bios, your link in bio page, and make sure that you're using the same messaging. You're speaking to the same person about the same problem across all touch points. Step 6 is to gather materials. We need your logos, photos, your branding assets, your legal pages, stock photos, brand photos, all those consolidated in one place. This is where you should be creating a Google Drive folder with all your project assets so that you're not hunting things down halfway through the build. Okay, phase 3 is build. And this part, if you've done phases 1 and 2 properly, this part actually goes pretty fast and it's most fun. Step 7 is where we're creating Kajabi template pages, setting up your header and footer navigation and your site settings. And this is what ensures that your website and your funnels and all your pages have the same structure, the same like header and footer navigation, same links to your social pages. It will make the build go so much faster if you get this stuff established before you build your individual pages. Step 8 is your command center and dashboards. So you're gonna have a command center, it's a spreadsheet where you keep track of all the assets related to your business. You're also going to have a dashboard where you can track your numbers, your conversion rates, your page views, everything like that. Because without that data to back things up, in the future, you're just making gut decisions. We need to start gathering that information now so that in the future, you know which of your offers or funnels or ads are actually working. And step 9 is your owner's manual. This is where we put together the SOPs to run your entire business so that it's not in your head, so that it is somewhere written down where you can delegate to somebody else, which means that you can take time off. So those are the 9 steps. And if you have watched this video and you're like, yep, Susie, I got it. I'm gonna do this on my own. You can run with this. You can also, I have a freebie, so you can just download this checklist and go through it on your own. Or you don't want to do it on your own. You realize that there are a lot of gaps that you just don't want to or have the bandwidth to fill. Or you got to step 1 and were like, I don't even know how to log into my Kajabi account. In that case, that's what I do for my clients. So you can reach out to me. I'll run this audit for your Kajabi business ecosystem, and I'll develop with you a phased plan for how to fill those gaps and make sure that all those 9 steps are healthy. 2 options: you can get the freebie, do it on your own, or you can reach out to me and I can do it for you. Easy peasy. I'll see you in the next video.